safe. So we want to keep people out of the street. Don't take it to the street, take it to the track. It's safer, it's better, and you can also have fun as well. So we did purchase this car, and after certain years we just start upgrading. So back in 2009, 2011, we took first, second place in local events. We're also going out to around the country, racing Atlanta, Illinois, Texas, up in Barstow, Buttermillow. We pretty much everywhere.
Okay, so I tell you what, man. Give me the name, give me your name, and then give me the shop's name, and tell people how they get in contact with you, because you said service, you said good quality, and you said you would back up what you've done, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so lay it on the line for my 5,000 or so muscle heads that are out there listening to you.
Well, my name is Ishvan Clyde. I'm the owner of Night Motorsport in Bloomington, California. We're located in 993 West Valley Boulevard, unit number 505. Bloomington, California, 92316. Our number is 909-258-2072. And I'll give you my cell phone number. It's 909-964-0982, where you can call me anytime if you're broke down on the side of the freeway. Just give me a call. I go pick you up, and I try to fix it the next day.
Listeners out there, how often have you heard anyone that I'm interviewing give his personal cell number and to say, look, if you break down, give me a holler, he'll come take care of you. You know, that's got to be service beyond service. So, we're here in Bloomington. We're going to peruse the neighborhood, look at these cool cars, and talk to some of the people out there about the different mods they've done to the cars. I'm looking at Subarus, I'm looking at Mazdas. I mean, it's just a gamut of cars that are all fixed up. So this is like the first time in Bloomington that something like this has happened, because I've been around and about, man.
That is correct. This shop has been here for a while. Now we're here to make a stand, have everybody know that we are here. Of course, we want to thank all the sponsors as well as everyone who's been here. Awesome Lifestyles, F4, S4, of course, Megan Racing, Koenig Wheels, Turbo by Garrett, Momo Italy, Forge Motorsports, AEM Electronics, APR, everyone for assisting us today. We do have, food, pastries, everything available. There's jumper for the kids. Everyone, if you're not here, come on down. Otherwise, give us a call. There will be a 10% discount if mentioning this ad once again. Feel free to give us a call. Toyota, Lexus, Subaru, Nissan, Mazda, Honda. Give us a call. We'll be there.
You know, this guy got to be one of the primaries of the event, right? Because he definitely has motor skills. He has plugged everything except the kitchen suit. The kitchen on this particular broadcast. But, you know, as we say in some neighborhoods, I'm not mad at him. Okay? So this is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live, and we are going to tour the neighborhood and talk to some of the folks out there. So just hang on, get in your seat, and just hang on where you're in for a ride, folks. Be right back. Okay, folks, we are back in the hot seat. This is Joe Britt calling from inside the studio at Kcaa Radio, Talk Radio 1050 AM. I was in Fontana, California, and I tell you, that little fox body pony of mine, that little rascal will run, okay? I'm glad the HP wasn't out there, but I was respectable, and but you know, I got a show to put on, and I had to get here, so 10 minutes from Fontana. Holy smoke, Joe, you just burning up the highways. But nevertheless, I'm in the hot seat. Hey, America. Hey, San Bernardino. Hey, California. I don't know if you heard that from me at the beginning of the broadcast, because that Skype in Fontana, it just was not connecting well, you know. And believe me, there was a tower right where I was, but it wasn't a Verizon tower. So therefore, you know, can you hear me now? Of course not. But you can hear me now. Hey, you race fans, I know you can hear me now, because I believe I'm coming loud and clear from one of the most powerful radio stations, AM stations in the IE, which is Kcaa Radio 1050 AM. Okay. The correspondent, Raul, we got a couple of questions for him, so I guess he'll be calling back. As I was racing this way, I was told that he had called in, and hopefully, Raul, if you hear me, you can call back, because I got some questions that I got from the internet, you know, from the Facebook, that guy, he needs to know. So I hope you can call. Now, where I was earlier was in the guy's garage. He's been doing automobile hot rodding for a lot of years. And he knows just about all the people that I know. And he's a little older than I am, but nevertheless, the stuff that he's done, my God. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back on Monday or Tuesday, and I will do a recording with him. Okay? And so I'll hopefully, if everything goes right and all the stars line up and the moon is bright on that particular evening, I can put him on Saturday, this Saturday coming up. But nevertheless, okay. So we have a couple of news items, and let's see here. Who is this guy here? This is Lucas Kcaa. He won the Formula E. Well, he would have won the Formula E. And that's electronic racing. Hey, that's almost like my car, the Stallion GT1, which the latest version is electric. Okay, so what they did over there this week, he thought he had won the Formula E race in Berlin on Saturday, but guess what? It was discovered that he had some modified front end. Well, actually, his wing was modified, and to me, it didn't seem like it was that much of a modification, but those guys are very stringent. They are no joke. And when they tell you to do it one way, you leave it alone. So he was part of the Audi team, and this was when they got told that they had to, take the championship away from him. And the Audi team, they looked into it. They tried to tell them what they did and how they repaired the front end or how they repaired their front wing, and they just weren't buying it. So the Audi team didn't pursue it any longer, just let it die and go about your business. But something, this is very interesting. This is a whole new concept of racing now, and I wonder if it's very quiet, because you can't hear those electric cars, and they have a lot of juice. They have a lot of juice. Okay, so next up, Robbie Garden. Well, Robbie Garden has a super truck, right? And then Robbie Garden also has that energy drink, so do we. But anyway, his energy drink is called Speed, and his vehicle is called Speed. And anyway, he won the series. Now he started this series. It's called Speed Energy Stadium Super Truck Series. And it was presented by Texas Race, and nevertheless, he won. He won his own series. You believe that? I wonder if he has to pay himself, or he just deposits that money into some account and say the heck with it. We are wondering. Well, for right now, JP, let's put on a commercial break and let me wipe some of this sweat off my brow, and then let's get back into it.
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7 day a week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
When should I begin taking Social Security? What should I invest in today? And when should I look at making changes? What should I do with my 401k if I change jobs?
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, host of Market Wrap and president of Compact Asset Management. These are just some of the questions we are asked on a regular basis, and the answers are different for each and every one of you. That's why at Compact Asset Management, we take a holistic approach to wealth management, which means taking the time to get to know you, your lifestyle, and your goals to better invest your money now and make a plan for your future. Call Compact Asset Management at 800-388-9700 and make an appointment to meet with me personally for a free portfolio review and answers to your specific financial questions. That's 1-800-388-9700, 1-800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Kcaa.
Okay, folks, we are back and sweaty, but nevertheless, we're in the hot seat. We're up here at the studio, KCAA in San Bernardino, and this is Joe Britt, your host of Gotcha Racing Live. We are, let's see, where are we? Okay, I don't know if this got through before, but if you want to call into the station, the number is 999-888-5222 or 909-888-5224. Right now, we have our correspondent, Raul. So let's see if we can stomp. There we go. Light them up, JP. All right. That's what I got together for Raul's opening. It's called Stomp Raul. Raul is our master mechanic that calls every other week in between the motorcycle guy, which is Chris, the road warrior. And I believe we have Raul on the line. Are you there, my buddy?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Man, you wouldn't believe the day that I have, but nevertheless. Here's a question.
I can imagine it. Hey, it's the beginning of the summer. This is the first day. I mean, today is the first day with summer. You know, nice heat, nice sun. You know, it's a very, very nice day. So I guess.
Yeah, I know it's a nice day, man. I wish I could be out in it, but nevertheless, I might go to the harbor a little later and watch the boats. But nevertheless, let's get on to this. I have a Facebook question. It came from a guy named Rudy. Okay, he has a '93 Honda Accord. Okay.
Okay.
He says, my car shuts off when I come to a stop or whenever I press the brake. Now, he also says that I've tested the voltage and it seems to be okay. And then he says it stays running in neutral, but if I sit there and press the brake, then it dies. And then he goes on to say, it's not the battery. I tested it and the car still has no electrical stuff on. I don't understand that, but nevertheless, with that little description there, okay, the car shuts off whenever he gets to he's driving, and then it stops off. It stops when he presses the brake down. What could that be, man?
Well, with this little information, the only thing that comes to my mind, I think it's something related to the brake booster. The brake booster is what it's kind of like a assist. It's like it's the part that assists you every time that you push the brake. There is a brake booster that helps you for the brake pedal to be nice and smooth. Well, this part works with an engine vacuum. The vacuum is what makes it work. When these brake boosters fail, it's like which is internally is like a diaphragm. When it breaks, it creates a vacuum leak. So when you push the brake pedal, that little crack it gets bigger. So it creates a bigger vacuum leak. In some cases, in some cars, they're not able to hold the idle because the vacuum leak is so big that the cars are kind of like running bad, and then they will die. A really quick way to test the brake booster is start the car, let it run for like 10-15 seconds, shut it off, and then wait maybe 20-30 seconds. After that, those 20-30 seconds, you push the brake pedal with the engine off. You're supposed to feel the brake pedal nice and smooth, up to 2 to 3 pumps. You press it 3 times, and it's supposed to feel nice and smooth, and then eventually you will get really hard. Well, if you do that, and then if you push the pedal And if the pedal is really hard right away after you shut off the car, that will tell you that that's the main problem, the brake booster. The brake booster is leaking and is losing vacuum.
Wow, right. I've never heard that before in these little four bangers, man. And I put a lot of them together, but I've never heard of this scenario happening. It has never happened to me.
I've seen it many times. It's a very common problem. Again, I mean, it's not necessarily this cannot. I mean, it doesn't mean this is the main issue.
Right.
But and I really first candidate for this issue, and based on the information that we had, that'll be the first thing that I would check.
Okay.
Take a look at your brake booster. If take a look at your brake booster the way that I said it, to test it. Or another option is look for the big hose. There's a big vacuum hose that goes to the brake booster. Put some type of pliers, like maybe some hose pliers that hold it, crimp it, hold it, so there won't be any vacuum leak, and then do the same thing again. Push the brake pedal. If the problem doesn't come back, that tells you again is something wrong with your brake booster. It's leaking vacuum.
Wow. Because first thought on this, Raul, would be, maybe the alternator's gone bad or something. Or maybe he's having battery trouble. You know what I mean? For that to happen.
Yeah, but then, we were talking about an old car, definitely, it can be anything. It can be anything. Mm-hmm. But if you ask any mechanic, the first thing that will come to their mind is, because we're based on the fact that he's saying every time that he pushes the brake, when he pushes the brake and idle and in park, the car will die. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we have some more information, some other symptoms, maybe we should say something else. But based on the symptoms, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Of course, if there was something else, we will have some other symptoms. Like if it was a battery, we will see like the charging light on, like the little red battery on the dashboard. It will be lighting, or sometimes, I've seen some cases where there's some wires hanging right under the dash because it's an old car, and every time you push the brake pedal, you're shorting those wires or something like that, and because the car is stalled. But it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. On those cars, in those particular Hondas, there's something else in there too. There's something called main relay. It's next to the brake pedal, right above the steering column. I will take a look at that too. So main relay, very common problem. They're failing after 20, 30 years because they've been in the road for 20, 30 years. I will take a look at that too. But the first thing that I will look is the brake booster.
Okay.
I hope I don't make it very confusing.
No. It's not confusing. No. It's actually it's educational. I even learned something because it's just that scenario hasn't happened to me. And then based on the information that I do have that I gave to you, I can understand that. I can see that actually, Raul.
Brake boosters. Most of the brake boosters are control or they work through the vacuum. There's some hydraulic ones that they're usually on big trucks. But for most of the cars, most passenger cars, it will be controlled by vacuum. And every time that you get when they brake, the car runs too lean. It runs really rough. In some cases, the car dies. Sometimes you get a check engine light on in some newer cars. But this is a very old car. These are really good Honda. Back in those days, those Hondas, they're the best. They're still on the road. But there's a few things, that you don't have those advantages that you might have in the new cars. New cars, you will set a code. You will set a check engine light on or something like that. But in this case, I will take a look at the brake booster first and then go from there.
So what? Car's not meant to last, Raul?
You know what? When people ask me, hey, do you think this Honda is going to last me for one more year? I just need a car for one more year. And I told them, you know what? If this car has been in the road for 30, 35 years, I think you can make it one more year. And then if you ask me the same question in a brand new car, like a 2015, I don't know, man. It just came out of it is brand new. The engine is just design it, You never know what's going to be, There might be some problems. Nobody knows.
Okay.
But
Here's a question. Here's a question for you, Raul.
Okay.
Let's say my car is acting weird, all right? And I kind of know what it is, but when I put the brand new part on, and say let's say the car is 20 years old, and all the parts on the car are 20 years old. That means they've been working on and off or steadily for every day for the last 20 years. I put a brand new part on, and something down the road gets too much pressure, and it goes out, or it starts to do something else that's kind of weird. Now, would it be safe to say once you put a brand new part on an old vehicle that the other parts are going to start seeing the pressure?
Depends. It depends on the part that you put in. Some parts are not connected to another one.
Well, I'm not gonna say. Well, it's not like the brake light versus the dashboard or something like that. But if it's all connected, like under the hood or something, Raul, and if it's real close connected, me putting on a certain part and then a part two parts down the road that is connected goes out because of the pressure.
Yeah, it happens. A good example could be like your serpentine belt. Let's say you replace the new serpentine belt, and you didn't replace the idler pulley or the tensioner. Sometimes you put a new belt, and then the new belt has big tension, new tension and stuff like that, and then eventually you will start hearing some noises, and then you will hear like a belt noises, and then you're like, oh, I just put a brand new belt. Why is now making a noise? Well, because you didn't replace the tensioner or the idler pulley. In these cases, when you mix new parts within old parts and within the same system or within the same working area or part, area in the engine, it might give you some problems in the future. Like for another example is we're gonna go back to the brake booster. Let's say you replace your brake cylinder because it was leaking. It was leaking brake fluid inside of the brake booster, because sometimes it leaks inside of the brake booster. And then you're like, oh, I'm feeling my brake pedal my brake fluid is low. I know it's leaking inside of the brake booster. So you go to the store, buy a new master brake cylinder, but you don't replace the brake booster. Well, you put a new master cylinder, and then within the future, the brake booster is going to fail because the stuff, the inside got contaminated. Stuff like that, it usually happens when you replace new parts and then you keep the older parts old. You might break. But this is a type of philosophy that nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
Okay.
Some people, they just say, I'm going to replace part as needed. If it is not broken, don't replace.
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
And then it works. And some other people will say, hey, if I'm already there, might as well replace everything. And that works that too. Every philosophy works. It depends on person to person.
Thank you, Raul. Man, thank you for being so patient today and for calling back. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you, Raul, and I appreciate your knowledge. Thank you very much, Guy, for hanging in with us. We have 1 hour. That's 1 hour. I wish I had 1 hour. Got 1 minute left. And Raul, thank you. And I'll be talking to you soon. Take care, man.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, folks. I was here for what? What is that? We're done. You're kidding. We're done. I can't run my mouth anymore. Hey, Saturday at 4 o'clock, we're here, Kcaa Racing Live with your host, Joe Britt. And we got some very interesting folks coming in the next couple of weeks or so. Hang tight. You come back to us. Come back to us Saturday and learn some more stuff about racing and about your automobile. This is Joe Britt, Kcaa Racing Live. JP, are we out of here? And we are done for the day. People, God bless. Take care.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Welcome to My Awesome Empire. Glad you could join us this week to meet 3 more great Inland Empire folk who are doing something great in the Inland Empire. With so many stories about community and police clashes around the U.S., this week we went looking for a great cop doing something phenomenal